Hello everyone, welcome to Cyber Nasli. Here I'm going to be showing you another challenge that involves command injection. So if you haven't watched my first video where I talk about command injection, please go and look for it. That one is a little bit more simpler, but this one is a little bit more difficult. So I would recommend you to first watch the first video. So as I mentioned before in that previous video, we want to write commands in this area, in the input area. And how we can write commands, so we're not going to touch these numbers over here. So we're going to start by adding 2 ampersand, which indicates that we're going to add commands. And we're looking for a file called flag.txt. So we're going to be using the ls command, which displays all the files in this directory. When we do that, we can see that we have the lambda underscore function.py, which is a Python file, but we don't see the flag file. So we're gonna do dash a, just like in the previous challenge. But as you can see, when we add this option, the dash a, to display all files, we get this error, which means that we cannot have spaces, because let's see, if we go backward, it still gives us the time, but it doesn't give us any files. But if we add a space after ls, it gives us an error. So that means we cannot use we cannot use spaces. So what we need to do is basically replace that space with something that means it's a space. I don't know if you are able to understand that, but I'm going to replace the space with this variable, $, curly brackets, ifs. So this variable indicates that there's a space between ls and the dash a option, and that's how we're able to display that all the files are in this directory. We see the lambda function.py, and we also see these 3 dots, which is also a file. We are looking for the flag.txt file, the flag.txt file. So we know it's not this file, so let's go into this directory. So we're gonna add another command, so we need the 2 ampersands to indicate that we're adding another command. And we're gonna cd change the directory to the 3 dots. The 3 dots. But remember, we cannot have a space, so we're gonna add the variable that represents a space, ifs. I guess, okay, so I guess we are already in the 3 dots directory. Now we're going to add another command, so the 2 ampersands to add another command, and we're going to read, actually we're going to list what is in that directory. So this is a directory, it's not a file, it's a directory. So we already changed directory space to the 3 dots. So we're already in that directory. Now we're going to display what is inside that directory with the list command. Invalid. Why is that invalid? So cd isf, actually cd that is the 3 dots, right? Ampersand. Let's see. Okay, so give me a second to remember what I did for this one. So we did the ls, we did the 3 periods, and then cd space the 3 period, and then ls, and then hmm, so and then a cd space, we did a space, the three dots, we did cat command, and then we have the space. Hmm. But we want a list, right? We want a list what is inside that. Okay, we got it. So we list what is inside this directory. That three dots is a directory. So we already inside that directory. And that's why we're able to see the flag tst. So that's the file. Now we want to read that file. So we're going to add another command, so the two ampersands, and then cat, the cat command in order to read. So we need a space, so remember, replace it with the variable dollar sign ifs, close the curly bracket, and then type the file you want to read. And that's how you're going to get the answer or the flag. And as I mentioned before, you basically copy this and paste it to the website of the CTF. And that's how you're going to get your points. So let's go over the command we just did over here. So n percent to indicate that we're typing another command. We're typing a command. So ls to list all the files in this current directory. So ls space, and remember the dollar sign. Since we cannot use space over here, spaces, we have to replace the spaces with this variable. So the dollar sign, curly bracket, ifs, close curly sign. Um, curly bracket indicates that there's a space there. So less space that dash a means list all files. So that's how we are able to read. We saw the the three dots directory in the lambda. So when we use that ls space dash a, we're gonna we're gonna be able to see all the files in all directories. So that's how we were able to see the three dots directory, and then we change the directory and we want to get into those three dots to see what is inside. So that's why we add another ampersand cd space, and then the three dots, and then after that we want to see what is inside the directory, so we use that two ampersands again, ls, and that's how we were able to see the flag tst. Now that we found the flag tst, that's when we start using the command cat, and that's how we're able to read what is inside that file. So I hope this was helpful. So please comment, let me know what you think, let me know if this was useful. I hope that it was useful, and as I mentioned in the previous video, I really recommend you to participate in CTF. It's very good to gain, new skills, learn new tools like CyberChef and other tools using, you will need a virtual box, a virtual machine, to participate, because there's a lot of files you're going to end up downloading, and you don't want to download them to your own computer. So make sure to be ready for the CTF if you participate in one. Have a virtual machine ready, VMware, VirtualBox, a hypervisor, whatever you want to use, and be ready to learn. So um, it's great to help you. I hope you found this video useful. Have a good one.